Hello everyone. Welcome to Syllogisms Part 3. Syllogism Part 1 లో మనం ఏం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం? టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్. 4 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్: యూనివర్సల్ అఫర్మేటివ్, పర్టికులర్ అఫర్మేటివ్, యూనివర్సల్ నెగటివ్ అండ్ పర్టికులర్ నెగటివ్. 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫరెన్సెస్: ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ అండ్ మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్. ఓకే. అండ్ మనకి సిలాజిజమ్స్ 1 లో మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తుందండి ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్. ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ ఆర్ ఇమ్మీడియట్ కంక్లూజన్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. Okay. What is the immediate inference? If a statement is universal affirmative, we have two immediate inferences. If the statement is all cats or dogs, what are the immediate inferences? Some cats are dogs and some dogs are cats. Okay. Next, what is the next statement? Particular affirmative. Some cats are dogs. What is the immediate inference? Some dogs are cats. And what is the next statement? Universal negative. What is the universal negative? No cat is dog. We have 3 immediate inferences. Some dogs are cats. Sorry, no cat is dog. No dog is cat. Some cats are not dogs and some dogs are not cats. And what is the last statement? Particular negative. Some cats are not dogs. There is no immediate inference. Okay, that is we discussed in the first video. What if the second video discuss about the mediate inference? In the mediate inference, suppose if you want to find the mediate inference, you need to find the distributed properties. What are the distributed properties? In the universal affirmative, subject is distributed but predicate is not distributed. In the particular affirmative, both subject and predicates are not distributed. In the universal negative, both subject and predicates are distributed. In the particular negative, subject is not distributed but predicate is distributed. Next, properties. What is the property? Middle term or common term must be there in the statement. What is the next one? Middle term should not be there in the conclusion. What is the third one? Middle term must be distributed at least once in the statement. 2 statements ఒక్కసారి ఆన్సర్ అవ్వాలి. Next, if any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. Conclusion లో ఏదైనా ఒక టర్మ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయితే అదే టర్మ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కంపల్సరీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అయి తీరాలి. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్, if any one of the statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. Next, if any one of the statement is negative, the conclusion must be negative. Next, if both of the statements are particular, there is no conclusion. Next, if both of the statements are particular, there is no conclusion. If both of the statements are negative, there is no conclusion. Next, if one of the statement is particular and the statement is negative, then what is the conclusion? Conclusion must be particular negative. ఇది మనం డిస్కస్ చేసే సెకండ్ వీడియోలో. ఇప్పుడు సిలాజిజం 3 లో కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు చెప్పి ఆ తర్వాత ఏంటంటే మొత్తం ఇమ్మీడియట్, మీడియట్ అండ్ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు 3 ఒకేసారి అప్లై చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? నౌ సి, కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ ఈజ్ వెరీ సింపుల్. కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే ఇఫ్ ఇమ్మీడియట్ కానీ మీడియట్ కానీ అవ్వనప్పుడు అప్పుడు మాత్రమే కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ అంటాం. పేర్ అంటే 2 కంక్లూజన్స్. ఓకే. హియర్ యూనివర్సల్ అఫర్మేటివ్, పర్టిక్యులర్ నెగటివ్. Here, if one of the conclusion is universal affirmative, the other conclusion must be particular negative. If one of the conclusion is universal affirmative, the other conclusion must be particular negative. Here, what is the conclusion? See, ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏంటంటే కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు ఎప్పుడు కంక్లూజన్ మాత్రమే చూస్తాం, స్టేట్మెంట్ అవసరం లేదు. యూనివర్సల్ అఫర్మేటివ్, ఆల్ క్యాట్స్ ఆర్ dogs. Particular negative, some cats are not dogs. In the same way, all cats are dogs. Some dogs are not cats. Now, here both are, first conclusion is universal affirmative, other conclusion is particular negative, and you must remember subject and these 2 terms are common. Okay, here cats and cats, Here dogs and dogs. But what about this case? Cats and dogs. And what about this case? Dogs and cats. Here, if any one of the statement is, if any one of the conclusion is universal affirmative, other conclusion is particular negative, and both subject and predicates are must be same, then only the conclusion is either A or B and up. But what about this case? Here cats and dogs, that subject is different and predicate is also different. Here, if one of the conclusion is universal affirmative, other conclusion must be particular negative, and both subject and predicates must be same, then only complementary pair satisfies. This is the one condition. Another condition is also there, that is universal affirmative, particular negative. Now, if one of the conclusion is universal negative, the other conclusion must be particular affirmative. If one of the conclusion is universal negative, the other conclusion must be particular affirmative. Now, the conclusion is universal negative, no cat is dog. Particular affirmative, some cats are dogs. Next, no cat is dog. Next, some dogs are cats. In this case, both are valid. See, in the universal negative and particular affirmative, subject and predicates interchange, then also no issue, that is a valid. But in the case of universal affirmative and particular negative, both subject and predicates must be same. ఎందుకంటే యూనివర్సల్ అఫర్మేటివ్ ఆల్ క్యాట్స్ ఆర్ డాగ్స్ అన్న ఆల్ డాగ్స్ ఆర్ క్యాట్స్ అన్న ఒకటి కాదు. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, మనకి పర్టికులర్ అఫర్మేటివ్ లో సమ్ క్యాట్స్ ఆర్ డాగ్స్ అన్న సమ్ డాగ్స్ ఆర్ అన్న క్యాట్స్ అన్న ఒకటే. అలాగే నో క్యాట్ ఇస్ డాగ్ అన్న నో డాగ్ ఇస్ క్యాట్ అన్న ఒకటే. సో అందుకే యూనివర్సల్ నెగటివ్ అండ్ పర్టికులర్ అఫర్మేటివ్ లో ఈవెన్ సబ్జెక్ట్ అండ్ ప్రెడికేట్స్ ఇంటర్చేంజ్, దెన్ ఆల్సో నో ఇష్యూ, దట్ ఈస్ ఎ వ్యాలిడ్ కంక్లూజన్, వ్యాలిడ్ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ అంతే. సో ఇమ్మీడియట్, మీడియట్ అండ్ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ ఒక్కసారి అట్ గ్లాన్స్ అన్ని చెక్ చేద్దాం, అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మనం స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. రైట్, immediate inference. Suppose the statement is all cats or dogs, and what about the immediate inference? Some cats are dogs and some dogs are cats. Suppose the statement is particular affirmative, some cats are dogs. What is the immediate inference? Some dogs are cats. Next, universal negative, no cat is dog. No cat is dog. Here no dog is cat, no cat is dog, and some cats are not dogs. And if the particular negative, no, some cats are not dogs, there is no immediate inference. Next, mediate. Here Middleton must be distributed at least once in the premises. That is important. Next, Middleton should not be there in the conclusion. Next, if any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the premises or statements, whatever it is, both are same. Next, if any one of the statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. Next, if any one of the statement is negative, the conclusion must be negative. Next, if both statements are particular, then there is no conclusion. And if both statements are negative, then there is no conclusion. Okay, and Middleton should not be there in the conclusion, is already there. Next, complementary pair. Here universal affirmative, particular negative. See, in the suppose universal affirmative one conclusion, the other conclusion must be particular negative. All cats are dogs and some dogs are not cats. Here complementary pair satisfies. What is the next one? Here one of the conclusion is universal negative, other conclusion must be particular affirmative. Here some cats are dogs and no cat is dog. Right. So this is the total syllogisms part. Just to take a screenshot of this one. Okay. I want to minimize this one. Okay. Just to take a screenshot of this one. This entire syllogism part in this screen only. All right. Based on this concept, we will solve all the questions. All of you listen carefully. It's a very simple if you have lot of practice. Now come to the first one. Right. Now first question. See, ఏ క్వశ్చన్ కైనా ఇమ్మీడియట్, మీడియట్ అండ్ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ 3 చెక్ చేస్తాం. ఇమ్మీడియట్ కానీ మీడియట్ కానీ రాకపోతేనే కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరుకి వెళ్తాం. ఓకేనా? కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు రావాలంటే 2 కంక్లూషన్స్ మస్ట్ బి రిక్వైర్డ్. ఓకే, ఒక కంక్లూషన్ ఉంటే మాత్రం అవ్వదు. రైట్. ఫస్ట్ వన్, సమ్ ప్లేయర్స్ ఆర్ సింగర్స్. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి? ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్. సమ్ సింగర్స్ ఆర్ ప్లేయర్, సమ్ ప్లేయర్స్ is not there. Leave it. All singers are tall. Some singers are tall, some tall are singers is not there. So there is no immediate inference for first question. Now go to the immediate inference. Yes, both subject and predicates are not distributed. Yes, subject is distributed, predicate is not distributed. What is the middle term? Singers is distributed. So conclusion may be exist. Next, if one of the statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. So nothing to worry about this one. No need to check the second one. Now, here both players and tall, both are not distributed. If both are not distributed, then what happened? That is a valid mediate inference. Complementary pair, not possible. Why? Because here only 2 conclusions are there. Already first conclusion is valid, so no need to check the complementary pair. So what is the answer? Only one follows. Here generally ఏముంటుందంటే option A for only one follows, option B only 2 follows, option C either 1 or 2 follows, option D both 1 and 2 follows, option E neither 1 nor 2. Okay, whatever it is. So what is the answer? Here only one follows. Right? Go to the next one. Some hats or caps. Some caps or hats. Valid. Some caps or mats. Some mats or caps. Here valid. That's it. Both are valid immediate inferences. No need to check immediate inference. Okay. Here both are valid. So what is the answer? Both 1 and 2 are valid. మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తారా? అక్కడ మనం వెంట దగ్గర వెళ్ళలేదు, చూస్తున్నాం, వెంట ఆన్సర్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఇది మాత్రం మీకు జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేశారంటే ఈ 3 వీడియోస్ రిపీటెడ్గా మీరు వినండి, మీకు చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్, సమ్ వెజిటబుల్స్ ఆర్ ఫ్రూట్స్ అంటే ఏంటి అవ్వాలి? సమ్ ఫ్రూట్స్ ఆర్ వెజిటబుల్స్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ వ్యాలిడ్. నో ఫ్రూట్ ఈజ్ బ్లాక్ అంటే నో బ్లాక్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రూట్. సమ్ ఫ్రూట్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ బ్లాక్, సమ్ బ్లాక్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఫ్రూట్స్. లీవ్ ఇట్. నెక్స్ట్, మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్. Here one statement is particular and the statement is negative. What is the conclusion? Must be particular negative. There is no particular negative conclusion. Here only first one follows. So what is the answer? Answer is only 1. That's it. ఎంతసేపు పడుతుందండి? జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వ్, జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. Some fools are intelligent, some intelligent are fools. No, some intelligent are great, some great are intelligent. So there is no immediate inference. Come to the mediate inference. Here both statements are particular. If both statements are particular, there is no mediate inference. So mediate inference is also not there. What next? Here of these 2 conclusions, immediate is not satisfied, mediate is not satisfied. What is the next one? Complementary pair. Now you will check whether complementary pair is satisfied or not. Complementary pair internally, suppose one of the conclusion is a particular affirmative, other conclusion must be universal negative. But second conclusion is not a universal negative. So second complementary pair is also not satisfied. So what is the answer? None follows. None follows is the answer. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఫస్ట్ ఇమ్మీడియట్ చెక్ చేయండి, నెక్స్ట్ మీడియట్ చెక్ చేయండి, నెక్స్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ చేయండి, నెక్స్ట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి. నెక్స్ట్, ఆల్ స్టోన్స్ ఆర్ వాటర్. సమ్ స్టోన్స్ ఆర్ వాటర్, సమ్ వాటర్ ఆర్ స్టోన్స్. లేదు, సమ్ వాటర్ ఆర్ క్లీన్ అంటే సమ్ క్లీన్ ఆర్ వాటర్. సో దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్. నెక్స్ట్ మీడియట్. మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ చెక్ చేసేటప్పుడు వాట్ ఈస్ ద మిడిల్ టర్మ్? వాటర్. ఈజ్ ఇట్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్? నో. సో mediate inference is also not satisfied. Now go to the complementary pair. Complementary pair, what is the first conclusion? Particular affirmative. What is the other conclusion? Must be universal negative. First conclusion is particular affirmative, second one is universal negative. Here both subject and predicates also same. Stone, stone, clean, clean. So what is the answer? Answer is either 1 or 2. This is the complementary pair. What is the complementary pair? Either 1 or 2. ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తారంటే ఇమ్మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ సాటిస్ఫై కాలేదు, మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ సాటిస్ఫై కాలేదు, మరి ఏంటి కావాలి? ఓన్లీ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్. కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేర్ కూడా పర్టికులర్ అఫర్మేటివ్ అండ్ యూనివర్సల్ నెగటివ్. బోత్ సబ్జెక్ట్ అండ్ ప్రిడికేట్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్? ఎయిదర్ 1 or 2. దట్ ఈస్ ద రిక్వైర్డ్ ఆన్సర్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ? నెక్స్ట్ వన్, all keys are locks. Some keys are locks, some locks are keys. So second one is a valid immediate inference. కొంతమంది ఏమనుకుంటారంటే ఫస్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఫస్ట్ కంక్లూజన్, సెకండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ సెకండ్ కంక్లూజన్ రావాలని. అది ఏమీ లేదు. ఏ స్టేట్మెంట్కి ఏ కంక్లూజన్ వచ్చినా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. నెక్స్ట్, ఆల్ లాక్స్ ఆర్ స్క్రూస్. సమ్ లాక్స్ ఆర్ స్క్రూస్, సమ్ స్క్రూస్ ఆర్ లాక్స్. నాట్ దేర్. ఓకే, సో immediate inference is over. Next, mediate inference. Keys, locks, locks, screws. What is the middle term? Locks. Distribute అయింది. Now, all screws are keys. Here, middle term is not exist in the conclusion. But the very important point is, if any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. Here, screws is distributed in the conclusion, but not distributed in the statement. So first conclusion is not a valid conclusion. Here only 2 follows. So what is the answer? Answer is only 2. That's it. Right? Next one. Some books are pens. Some pens are books. No. No pen is pencil. And no pencil is pen. No. Some pens are not pencils. No. Some pencils are not pens. Is not there. So there is no immediate inference. Now move to the mediate inference. Here in the mediate inference, first statement is particular, second statement is negative. So what is the conclusion? Must be particular negative. Is there any particular negative conclusion? No. So mediate inference is also not exist. What is the next step? Complementary pair. Here this is the particular affirmative and this is the universal negative. Here books, subject is books and books, and predicates pencil and pencil. So what happened? Both are satisfied. So what is the answer? Answer is either 1 or 2. Why? Because this conclusion satisfies the complementary pair. Right? Now go to the 8th one. All dogs are monkeys. Some dogs are monkeys, some monkeys are dogs. Not there. No monkey is a cat. No cat is a monkey. Some cats are not monkeys, some monkeys are not cats. So that is also not a valid. Now mediate inference. Here in the universal affirmative, subject is distributed, predicate is not distributed. Yes, subject is distributed, predicate is not distributed. Right? Monkey. Here monkey not exist in the conclusion. Now go to the mediate inference. Here both subject and predicates are distributed. Now what is the important point? If any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. A dog is distributed in the conclusion and statement as well. And in the same way, cat is distributed in the conclusion and statement as well. So what happened? Dog and cat both are distributed in the conclusion and statement also. So both 1 and 2, both are valid. So what is the answer? Both are satisfy the conclusion. Right? Now go to the 9th one. Some phones are watches. That means some watches are phones, not there. All watches are guns. Some watches are guns. Some guns are watches, not there. So there is no immediate inference for 9th one. Now come to the part of immediate inference. Here one of the statement is particular. The conclusion is also particular. Now we are looking for the second conclusion only. What is the middle term? Watches. It distributed. Right. Now, watches is not exist in the second conclusion. Some guns are phones. So this is a valid conclusion. Why? Because here if any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. Here both terms are not distributed. So that is a valid conclusion. So what is the answer? Answer is only 2. Next, 10th one. All umbrellas are airplanes. Some airplanes are birds. All umbrellas are airplanes. So what is the immediate inference? Some umbrellas are airplanes. Some airplanes are umbrellas. Is not there. Some airplanes are birds. Some birds are airplanes. So here immediate inference is not satisfied. Now come to the immediate inference. If one of the statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. Here both conclusions are particular. Now we will check which of these two conclusions are valid. Some umbrellas are birds. Here what is the middle term? One more important point. Middle term. Is middle term is distributed? No. Middle term must be distributed at least once in the statement. Here middle term is not distributed. So there is no immediate inference. So there is no immediate, mediate. Now what is the next one? Complementary pair. If one of the conclusion is particular affirmative, the other conclusion must be universal negative. Here both are particular. So no conclusion. None of these two satisfied. That's all. Now go to the 11th one. All cars are cats. What is the immediate inference? Some cars are cats, some cats are cars, not there. All fans are cats. Some fans are cats, some cats are fans, not there. So there is no immediate inference for the 11th one. Next, immediate inference. What is the middle term? Cats. Is it distributed? No. So there is no immediate inference also. Now complementary pair. If one of the conclusion is universal, affirmative, what is the other one? Must be particular negative or not. So particular negative conclusion is also not exist. So what is the answer? Answer is no conclusion. Right? Next, some scooters are trucks. Some trucks are scooters. Not there. All trucks are trains. Some trucks are trains. Some trains are trucks. Is not there. Now what is the next one? Example. Here, what is the middle term? Trucks. Is it distributed? Yes. Next, if any one of the statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. So nothing to worry about the second conclusion. Some scooters are trains. Here both the terms are not distributed. So that is a valid. But you must observe middle term should not be there in the conclusion. What is the middle term here? That is truck. Here truck is not exist in the second stage. It's in the first conclusion. So that is a valid mediate inference. So what is the answer? Answer is only one follows. Right? Go to the next one. All pencils are pens. Some pencils are pens, some pens are pencils. So second one is valid immediate inference. Next, no pen is a book. No book is a pen. No, some pens are not books. Some books are not pens. Not there. Now come to the part of mediate inference. What is the middle term? Pens. Is it distributed? Yes. Next, if any one of the statement is negative, the conclusion must be negative. Here, no pencil is a book. Now, if you observe, the book is distributed in the conclusion, but this is not distributed in the statement. Okay, book is distributed in the conclusion. Yes, you're also satisfied. Sorry. Here, book is distributed in the conclusion and the statement as well. And pencil is distributed in the conclusion and the statement as well. So both 1 and 2 are valid. So what is the answer? Both 1 and 2, both conclusions are satisfy the condition. Next, 14th one. Some rats are rabbits. That means some rabbits are rats, not there. All rats are mosquitoes. Some rats are mosquitoes, some mosquitoes are rats, not there. Leave it. So there is no immediate inference for the 14th one. Now come to the immediate inference. Here, what is the middle term? Rats. Is it distributed? Yes. Next, some mosquitoes are rabbits. Here, both the terms are not distributed. So this is a valid conclusion. Valid mediate inference. Okay, here second one is not a valid. Why? Because here both the statements are affirmative. If both the statements are affirmative, the conclusion is also affirmative. So what is the answer? Answer is only one follows. Next, go to the 15th one. All fans are cups. That means some fans are cups, some cups are fans. Not there. All cups are pillows. Some cups are pillows, some pillows are cups. Not there. So there is no immediate inference for the 15th question. Now, mediate inference. What is the middle term? That is the cups. It distributed. Yes. Now, middle term should not be there in the conclusion. Yeah, in these two, middle term is not there. Now we will check whether any one of these two conclusions are the valid mediate inference. Fans is distributed in the conclusion, pillows not distributed. Here, fans is distributed in the conclusion and the statement as well. So, first one is a valid mediate inference. Here, pillows is distributed in the conclusion, but fans not distributed. Here, pillows is distributed in the conclusion, but not distributed in the statement. So, second conclusion is not a valid conclusion. So, what is the answer? Answer is only one follows. Next, Rama is a brilliant, Rama is a woman. Women are brilliant. How to say? Women are brilliant. Rama is a brilliant. Rama is a woman. So using these two, see, this is not a syllogisms part. This is a different type of syllogisms. Generally, these type of questions asked in POs, professional officers exam. Okay, we will discuss later that one. And Rama is a brilliant because she is a woman. So this is also not satisfied. Okay, we'll discuss later this case. This is also no conclusion. Next, some stones are bricks. Some bricks are stones. Not there. Some bricks are trees. Some trees are bricks. So this is a valid immediate inference. So immediate inference possibility unda? Ledu. Why? Because here if both the statements are particular, there is no immediate inference. So what is the answer? Only two follows. Next, some whites are black. అంటే ఏంటవ్వాలి? Some black or whites. No black is green. Some black or green, some green or some black or not green, some green or not black. There is no immediate inference. Now go to the immediate inference. What is the middle term? Black. Is it distributed? Yes. Middle term is distributed. Now here one statement is particular and the statement is negative. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion must be particular negative. So just strike off this one. No need to check. Now the last one. Now you check whether any term is distributed in the conclusion. Here whites is not distributed and the green is distributed in the conclusion and the statement as well. So what is the answer? Only 2 follows. Only 2 follows. Why? Because green is distributed in the conclusion and statement also. This is about the 18th question. Okay. Now go to the 19th one. All flowers are stems. Some flowers are stems, some stems are flowers. This is not there. All stems are roots. Some stems are roots, some roots are stems. Is not there. Next, what is the next one? What is the middle term? Flowers distributed, stems not distributed, stems distributed, and roots not distributed. What is the middle term? Stems. The middle term should not be there in the conclusion, just like of this one. Next, all roots are flowers. In this conclusion, the term roots distributed, but flowers not distributed. What is the method? What is the property? If any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. Here, roots is not distributed in the statement. So, first one is also not yet valid. So, what is the answer? Answer is no conclusion. No conclusion as neither follows. Next, 20th question. Some cities are villages. Some villages are cities. No. Some towns are villages. Some villages are towns. No. There is no immediate inference. Next, is it possible to immediate inference? No. Why? Because if both of the statements are particular, there is no immediate inference. So, immediate not satisfy, immediate is not satisfy, then only one complementary pair may be exist. Now, here, this one is particular affirmative and this is the universal negative, satisfy, and cities, city, town, town is also satisfied. Then what happened? Here either 1 or 2, which is required answer. Right? Next, go to the next one. Some visitors are Indians. Some Indians are visitors. First one is valid. Some visitors are Americans. Some Americans are visitors. Is not a valid. Okay. Now, is there any possibility to mediate inference? Here, both of the statements are particular. So, there is no mediate inference. Is there any possibility to complementary pair? Is not a valid. Why? Because first one is already valid. Okay. If you want to find the complementary pair, 2 conclusions must be required. So, what is the answer? Answer is only 1 follows. Next, 22nd one. All books are pencils. Some books are pencils. Some pencils are books. No. Some pencils are cycles. Some cycles are pencils. So, first one is a valid immediate inference. Next, what about the immediate inference? Middle term is not distributed. So, there is no immediate inference. Complementary pair is also not satisfied. Why? Because here we have 2 conclusions. First conclusion is a valid immediate inference. So, complementary pair is not satisfied. So, what is the answer? Answer is only 1 follows. Now, 23rd one. All tigers are ships. Some tigers are ships. Some ships are tigers. No. Some ships are cupboards. Some cupboards are ships. So, there is no immediate inference for the 23rd question. Next, immediate inference is possible? No. Why? Because middle term is not distributed. Now, go to the complementary pair. Is complementary pair possible? Here, both are particular. It's also complementary pair. It's not a satisfied. Why? Because in the complementary pair, if one of the conclusion is universal, other conclusion must be particular. Here, both the conclusions are particular. No need to check the complementary pair. So, what is the answer? No conclusion or none follows. None follows. That's it. Next, 24th. All pencils are bricks. Some pencils are bricks. Some bricks are pencils. No. All bricks are bottles. Some bricks are bottles. Some bottles are bricks. No. Next, what is the middle term? bricks is distributed or not? Yes. Now, all pencils are bottles. The first term pencil is distributed in the conclusion and statement as well. So first one is a valid. Next, bricks is not at all valid. Why? Because middle term should not be there in the conclusion. So what is the answer? Answer is only one follows. If you observe, ఈ 24 క్వశ్చన్స్ లో ఎక్కడ నేను వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్ వేసానా? లేదు. అన్ని అలా స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అలా చేసుకుని వెళ్తున్నాను. నేను ఎలాగైతే చేస్తున్నానో సేమ్ మీరు కూడా అలా చేశారంటే మాత్రం డెఫినెట్లీ యూ విల్ గెట్ 5 out of 5. నో డౌట్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. బట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అయితే మాత్రం ఉండాలి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. రైట్, 25th one. All tigers are ships. అంటే ఏంటి అవ్వాలి? సమ్ టైగర్స్ ఆర్ షిప్స్, సమ్ షిప్స్ ఆర్ టైగర్స్. సో ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఎ వ్యాలిడ్ కంక్లూషన్. సమ్ షిప్స్ ఆర్ కబోర్డ్స్ అంటే సమ్ కబోర్డ్స్ ఆర్ షిప్స్ అవ్వాలి. సమ్ కబోర్డ్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ షిప్స్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఏ కరెక్ట్. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ valid. Next, immediate inference is not possible and complementary pair is also not possible. Why immediate inference not possible? Here middle term is not distributed. Middle term is not distributed. Complementary pair is not satisfied. Why? Because the first one already valid. So what is the answer? Answer is only one. Next term, 26th one. Some stones are cups and some cups are stones. Second one is a valid. Some cups are black, some black or cups is not there. Okay, next, both the statements are particular, there is no conclusion, there is no immediate inference, leave it. Complementary pair is also not satisfied. Why? Because we have only two conclusions, second conclusion already valid, so only two follows, that is answer. Next, some clips are small, some small are clips. No, all small are big, some small are big, some big are small. There is no immediate inference. It's a very simple అండి. ఇక్కడ పర్టికులర్ ఒకటి వచ్చింది అంటే ఇక కంపల్సరీ పర్టికులర్ రావాలి. సో మీడియట్ ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ కూడా రాదు, కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు కూడా అవ్వదు. ఎందుకు కాంప్లిమెంటరీ పేరు అవ్వదు? ఇక రెండు కూడా యూనివర్సల్ కాబట్టి. సో నన్ ఫాలోస్. These two are not satisfied. Okay, ఇలా ఎగ్జామ్లో వస్తే వెరీ సింపుల్. కానీ ఇప్పుడు మనకి ప్రాపర్టీస్ వస్తాయి, వాళ్ళు వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్స్ అన్ని మిగతా వాళ్ళందరూ వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేసుకుంటూనే ఉంటారు. బట్ ఎక్కడో దగ్గర మిస్టేక్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, దొరికిపోతాం. ఆల్రెడీ నేను ఏంటంటే సిలాజిజమ్స్ 1లో చూపించాను, సిలాజిజమ్స్ 2లో చూపించాను వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్ వేసినప్పుడు ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుందని చెప్పి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ 28th one. Some books are toys, some toys are books. Yes, second one is valid. No toy is red. No. Next, if one of the statement is particular and the statement is negative, what is the conclusion? Must be particular negative. No. So there is no immediate inference. Complementary pair is also not satisfied. Why? Because if you want to find the complementary pair, two conclusions must be required. Here already second one valid. So what is the answer? Only two follows. Next, all books are pencils. Some pencils are books, some books are pencils. No, all pencils are pins. Some pins are pencils, some pencils are pins. Not there. Next, right. Middle term pencil distributed. Yes. Now, some pins are books. Some pins are books. Some pins are books. Here, both are not distributed. But this is a valid conclusion. Here, of these two conclusions, the first one is a valid immediate inference. No need to check the complementary pair. So what is the answer? Only two is the answer. Next, all papers are files. Some papers are files, some files are papers. No, some files are pens, some pens are files. Not there. Next, middle term is not distributed, so there is no immediate inference. Now there is no immediate, neither immediate nor mediate. Now complementary pair may be exist. Complementary pair, this is the universal negative and this is the particular affirmative, and here paper, sorry, just a moment. Right. Paper, paper, pen, pen. See, in the complementary pair, if one of the conclusion is universal negative, other conclusion must be particular affirmative. Even subject and predicates interchange, then also that is a valid, right? So what is the answer? Either 1 or 2. That is the complementary pair. Next, all books are papers. Some books are papers, some papers are books. No, all papers are sticks. Some sticks are papers. Second one is a valid immediate inference. Next, books, papers, papers, sticks. Middle term distributed. Some sticks are books. Some sticks are books. Is it valid or not? It's a valid. Why? Because middle term is not exist in the conclusion. Next, both the terms are not distributed. What is the property? If any one of the state, if any term is distributed in the conclusion, the term must be distributed in the statement. Here, both the terms are not distributed. So that is a valid mediate inference. So what is the answer? Both 1 and 2 are valid. Now, some chairs are steel, some steels are chair. No, some steel are wood, some wood are steel. Second one is valid. What is the immediate inference? Not possible. Why? Because both are particular. So what is the answer? Answer is only 2. ఎంత టైం పడుతుందండి? కానీ మనకు కావాల్సిందేంటి? కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది మనకి అర్థం కావాలి అంతే. Now 33. Some bags are hearts. No. All hearts are cakes. No. One statement is particular, the conclusion must be particular. No. Complementary pair is also not satisfied. So what is the answer? None follows. That's it. ఇలా చూడగానే మనం చేయొచ్చు మనం. ఇంకా నేను మీకు చెప్తున్నాను కాబట్టి స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ అన్ని స్టెప్లు వేస్తున్నాను. కానీ ఇప్పుడు 34 చూడండి, ఒకటి ఆన్సర్ ఎలా చేస్తాను. That's it. Now I will explain. All pens are cycles. Some pens are cycles, some cycles are pens. Not there. All pigs are cycles. Some pigs are cycles, some cycles are pigs. No. There is no immediate inference. Now go to the mediate inference. Middle term is not distributed, so there is no mediate inference. There is no immediate inference, mediate inference. Now complementary pair. Complementary pair, here universal negative and is a particular affirmative. Here pig subject is same and predicate is also same. So what is the answer? Either 1 or 2. That is answer. Answer పడుతుందండి అంతే. మీరు ఇచ్చినా సరే నేను అలాగే చేస్తాను. నేను ఇక్కడ 2 స్టేట్మెంట్ 2 కంక్లూజన్స్ కాదు, 4 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ 4 కంక్లూజన్స్ కూడా సేమ్ ఇలాగే చేస్తాం. బట్ ఇంత స్పీడ్ కాకుండా ఏంటంటే మనకి ఇది 5 సెకండ్స్ చేస్తాం అనుకోండి, అది 30 సెకండ్స్లో చేస్తాను అంతే, అంతకు మించి ఇంకేం లేదు. నెక్స్ట్, all plants are trees. Some plants are trees. No, no tree is green. No green is tree. No. What is the middle term? Yes, distributed. Now, no plant is green. Plant distributed. This is also distributed. So, satisfied. What is the answer? Only 2 follows. That's it. Next 36. Just some dogs are rats. No, no, no. Either 1 or 2. Some dogs are rats, some rats are dogs, some rats are lions, some lions are rats. No, there is no immediate inference. Why? Because both are particular. Only one complementary pair. This is particular affirmative and second one is universal negative and the subject and predicate also same. So what is the answer? Either 1 or two, which is required answer. This is about the syllogisms part. It's a very important topic in every competitive exams. You need to అండర్స్టాండ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్. ఈ 3 వీడియోస్ రిపీటెడ్గా మీరు చూడండి. ఆ తర్వాత మీరు ఏంటంటే ఏ బుక్ అంటే ఆ బుక్ తీసుకోండి, ఆ బుక్ మీద అప్లై చేయండి. డెఫినెట్లీ యూ విల్ గెట్ 5 out of 5, విచ్ ఇస్ లెస్ దెన్ 1 minute. అది కూడా చెప్తున్నాను మీకు. ఓకేనా? కాన్సెప్ట్ కానీ అర్థం కాకపోతే పాజ్ చేయండి, మళ్ళీ రివైండ్ చేయండి, రివైండ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ క్రాస్ చెక్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ది సిలాజిజమ్స్. విల్ మీట్ అగైన్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వీడియో. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ అండ్ ఆల్.